This is this year's turkey. Not very big, but it's a free range. So I'm going to cut the legs off, and then I'm going to bone the legs. A wee bit of trouble doing it, but it's worth it. Because I can stuff the legs then, and anyone that doesn't like the leg, they don't have to take it. It's all trusted up here, so we take this off. Oh God, have it well tied up. Setting you up on the way anyway. Yo. And now I don't know whether there's giblets in it. You always make sure you take the giblets out. It's only the neck in that one. Now I have to wash this first. I wash it well anyway, I don't know about anyone else. And when you're doing this, you always make sure you keep your hands clean. Wash your hands after each procedure. Cut through it like that, where you have to have a good, strong, sharp knife. And cut through until avoid and try and get around each bone. There, that's lovely and clean. That came off lovely. Don't always get them like that. In between the leg there, cut the skin and around till your knife. Try and get as much meat as you can off from the back. Now there's a bone there, I have to try and avoid it. You can't see the bone, just press it down. There's the bone coming up there. So you get your knife and you go around that. And that's that other leg off. Right? So now you put this away, out of your way. Now you can start this end if you want. What you have to do is go along the bone with a really sharp knife and cut the meat away from the bone. Bit fiddly. But as I say, it's worth it in the end. That's a knuckle there I'm going around. Scissors might be better. Once you get this, you know there's no problem. There you are. It's off. A little bit of meat there, you can cut it off and use it. You just patch it up when you're stuffing it. That's the end result when you take it off. So now I feel this with my hands to see if there's any sinews in it. Them are the hard little stringy bones. And there doesn't seem to be any now left in this. Yeah, that's grand. Yeah, there's none in that now. That's a bit of fat, I'll take that off. You could leave that on, but I don't like it on, but it's all according to taste. Some people like to eat skin. Now, that's all that piece of meat with no bone in it. Take some silk oil out because I want to put that piece of turkey leg down on it. But before I put it on, I grease it with a bit of butter. Now I do it with a bit of parchment paper, but you can do it with a pastry brush, it's up to you. Just so that it won't stick when it's cooked, it won't stick to the end. Piece there, I didn't say it's coming off. Now, carefully put it on there and put it aside until you have the other one ready. We start again. You get the bone in your hand, feel the bone, and you go round it. As close to the bone as you can get. Now you could ask your butcher to do this, but you want to have a very good friendly butcher to do it for you. I don't like asking them, especially this time of the year when they've so much to do. Anyway, you got the satisfaction of doing it yourself. Keep twisting it around until you can see where you are. And actually, don't see, you feel. This seems to be hard work at the minute, but I suppose it's just the way. The other one was fine, but you always get one that's harder to do, or maybe you get tired. I think I have it now. Big knuckle on that one. scissors will be a bit better for this now. That's all the sinews are all there, and that's why it's hard to cut off. And I'll have to pull all them out. Look at I pull them out. I'd have been better pulling them out in the first place. You know. Just run your knife around along it till it gets to the end. They come out quite easy. It goes like a thread at the end. That part is the part that's strong, and then it goes very weak at the end of it. You can feel them, they're very easy to know that there. You just feel them and they're like a little sharp needle. Now that's it. Now when I use the scissors, that's the kitchen scissors that I washed before I started. Knives, the same. And this cloth that I wipe my hands in, I keep that, and then that goes in the washing before that anything else is touched. They're touched to anything else. So I'll put these away. The same with the bread, with the bowl. All washed separately. I put some parsley in. That's the last of it now. I had her in the garden. Just chop her up and throw her in straight from the freezer. This is too high, so I have to lower it. Just as long as you melt the butter. And then I put in, I usually put a bit of dried parsley in as well, because it's a stronger taste. That's about that much. I don't measure anything like that. It's all according to taste. And this is mixed herbs. About that much. I may, at the end, add some more when I taste it. For the moment, that's what I'm putting in. Now, I've chopped up 2 onions, put them in, and let them fry in the butter with the herbs. Just so long as they've cooked a little bit. Gets the flavour. In the meantime, I get my large mixing bowl and I empty the breadcrumbs in. That much salt. As I say, it's all according to taste. Now this is for that amount of stuffing. It looks a lot, But I'm doing this now to stuff the leg, and then the rest I'll put in parchment paper, buttered parchment paper, roll it up and put it into a loaf tin if you have it, or anything. It doesn't matter what you put it in. And I do it separate in the oven, only for about half an hour. I don't stuff the turkey. Used to it one time, but they say not to do it now, so just got to go up a bit. Now that should do, as long as the onions are a bit transparent. Or you put raw onions, it's up to you. Some people have raw onions in, but that's the way I do it. I've been doing it like this for years. Well, I'm 80 years of age now, so I've been cooking since I got married when I was 19. At one time I used to put sausage stuffing in, but I prefer this and everybody else prefers it. So why alter it when you don't have to? Keep on mixing it until all the breadcrumbs are soaked. Perhaps as if there's not enough butter in that, but we'll see sometimes when you keep doing it. Now some more butter. I didn't do enough butter in the last one, so I have to do more in. You can just add to it whatever you want yourself. Just melt it down so that you don't have to boil it or anything. Just melt it down so that you can pour it into the breadcrumbs. That doesn't seem to be on. Turn it the wrong way. Turn it down instead of turning it up, I was. I'd put a few in that so that I can get all the hot with it. It's easier to wash it in as well. Now I'm going to use my hands now, they're clean. Washed before I started, and just brush it down as if you're doing pastry. And you can feel that all the breadcrumbs are all have some butter in there, it's all mixed well together. Ooh, it's hot. Now that's grand. Now what I usually do, I do that, and you can feel it's just like that. That's wet enough. You don't want it too dry, you don't want it too wet, because it's not going into the turkey to get the moisture on the leg, but that's alright. Now this has to be cold before you put it into the turkey. So you can even do a few hours before, or even the night before, and cover it up in the fridge. And that's one leg that I have on top of the greased tin foil. So I take this out. It's alright with your hands because your hands are clean, I hope. And you put as much stuffing as you want yourself in. Just make sure all of the meat is covered. And all you do is put the other leg on top. Like that, and cover it up with the tin foil. Just make a parcel of it and put it into a dish or whatever you want to put it into, or on the tray. And that's it. About an hour and a half in the oven. The rest of the stuffing, I grease this paper, parchment paper or something. And then just take it out, handfuls of it out. I'm going to put this into a loaf tin. You can just leave it like this if you want and put it in wherever. But I like to put it into a loaf tin, and then when it's finished, you can just slice it down. Just like that. Now when that's finished, then when you take it out, you should be able to just slice it. And put that in for about 45 minutes is enough. It doesn't need much doing. Turkey leg in a Pyrex dish or whatever dish you have. The turkey's already in the oven, so I'm putting this underneath and this underneath. This is just cooking. Take these out now to try them. The stuffing should be alright, so I'm not going to test that. Be careful that the steam doesn't let the steam out before you put your hands near it. This is like any other sort of cooking you do. You just try it and see if it's cooked. You know, by putting your fork in. Yes, it's cooked fine. Now put that in without the plastic on, or the tin foil on top, just to give it a little crispy top on it. Put in for about 10 or 15 minutes. You can turn it out like that if you want. there's your stuffing. These are the 2 legs already cooked. I'm going to slice them now because it's too busy Christmas Day, so it's nice to have them already done, and you can just pop them into the oven or wherever you want to do with them. See, there's the stuffing. That's the end piece. As you see, it slices lovely. Stuffing and pieces of meat as well, and that's lovely on sandwiches as well. I like a bit of pickles, but you don't really need pickle with it because you've got the stuffing, and there's no waste then. I find you use up the legs a lot better. That's breaking off, but sure, it doesn't matter. Hope you have always a nice dinner and you enjoy that, because I always enjoy it and the family does too. Thank you.